What is up, my friends? We are back with a late night agenda recorded edition. So what I'm going to do over the next few minutes is give you some updates from Arne Slot ahead of the game against Leipzig, obviously with a view to our injury concerns heading into that one. We're going to be talking about why this was a milestone win for the club, and of course I'm going to finish up then with a couple of transfer links as well that I would love to truly know your thoughts on. So let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you happen to enjoy it. And most importantly, my friends, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, really quickly, a reminder that we are going to be in Liverpool next month, November the 15th, at the Hot Water Comedy Club. We are going to do an all-ages event with myself. Mr. Paddy Doyle is going to be there to provide music on the night. And Carl Porter is going to be doing a stand-up comedy set as well. You can get your tickets to this event with the link in the description of this video. Again, it is an all-ages event, and we look forward to seeing you there Friday night, November the 15th. Right, started off today then. Let's get straight into the injury concern. So it looks like the manager is expecting Diogo to at least miss the game on Wednesday. We know, of course, as well today that there was no Conor Bradley. We know that there was no Harvey Elliott, no Alisson Becker, and a few more concerns like Federico Chiesa. Now, I will be asking David Lynch about Chiesa when we speak tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that video dropping tomorrow evening. But for now, let's see what Arne Slot had to say. Speaking after the game, he said, "I have a lot of confidence in this team, but you saw today, after the international break, we had some problems. Conor Bradley is not in. Trent wasn't training for the first few days when we came back from England, so he was a bit of a doubt before the game, so a bit of a late fitness test there for Trent before he was deemed fit enough to play. Then Maka was sick, according to the manager, so not injured, not niggled, had an illness, which is probably better news than carrying a knocker and niggle, so that's why he wasn't included in the starting 11. He went on to say, today Diogo had to be substituted. I don't know what it is, but I would be surprised if he's there on Wednesday. These are all things that everybody has and you have to cope with during the season as well. That's why I always say it's so difficult to win a league title no matter where in the world, because so many things have to be done really, really good." And our squad is going to be tested over the next 20 days. We've 7 games in 20 days, starting with that game, of course, against Chelsea, which we won, and which, because we won, puts us top of the league. Did I mention that we're top of the league, ladies and gents? Because if indeed you do look up the Premier League table, we are top of the league. Now, enough of the bad news and injury concerns. And by the way, our preview is coming out tomorrow morning for the Leipzig game. I can't believe I've had to record it this early, but there you go. I mentioned at the start of the video, today was a milestone day as well for Liverpool Football Club. Believe it or not, today's victory against Chelsea means that Liverpool have now notched up 3,000 wins as a football club in its history. Obviously, the club formed in 1892, and now we can say that Liverpool have a total of 3,000 wins in football, which is absolutely magnificent. Congratulations, of course, to the club and everybody concerned with it for another fantastic milestone. Looking ahead, though, to a really difficult run of 10 games. Today, obviously, we started with Chelsea, beat them by 2-1. Then we have Leipzig, Arsenal away, Brighton away, Brighton at home, Bayer Leverkusen at home in the Champions League, Aston Villa at home in the league. We've got Southampton away in the league. Then we've got Real Madrid at home in the Champions League and Manchester City at home in the Champions League. So as you can see, a very difficult and testing run of games. If we can get through these in good shape, I think it is fair for us to start to dream, ladies and gents. We were told that Chelsea were going to be our biggest competitor so far this season, our most difficult test, and that probably proved to be the case, other than Nottingham Forest, who of course beat us. But we are now basically just winning 10 from 11 under Arne Slot. No draws, which is almost unheard of for us at this point of the season. So absolutely delighted with how things are going so far, and hopefully we can continue the good vein of form. I'm going to make some changes for the game against Leipzig in my predicted 11, by the way, so keep an eye out for that dropping tomorrow morning. But I promised you that the latter part of this video would be talking about 2 transfer links that I wanted to get your thoughts on. Maybe you've watched a few of these guys more than I have. 2 stories for you really today, and the first one comes from Bill's Christian Falk, who said, Liverpool will rival Borussia Dortmund for the signature of Red Star Belgrade starlet Andrija Maksimovic. Now, I don't know anything about this kid, nothing, but apparently he is the new shiny thing in European football. He also has been confirmed as Serbia's youngest ever fully fledged international at just 17 years of age. They go on to say that Maksimovic has also been linked with a move to Manchester City and could be available for a fee of around 12 £12.4 million. So I know that there's some real hipsters out there in football land who will have watched this kid play. So let me know, 17 years of age, is he an exciting talent? Would he be somebody you'd like to see Liverpool bring in? Of course, this is a question that I will put to David Lynch when we speak. But for now, I want to get your thoughts on it. Young Andrija Maksimovic, again, excuse my pronunciation there, from Red Star Belgrade. Obviously, we signed another player from Red Star in the past that didn't work out too well for us. No fault of his own, I should say. But for now, I want to know your thoughts on this one. And then before we finish up today, probably the most far-fetched and shocking link that I've seen in a while for Liverpool. It does come from Fikahes, who we know do have their own embassy on our special island just off the coast of the Mediterranean that we like to call Monterey Island. So I'm going to read out this quote here and then I'm going to give you my take on what I think we need in January. So this piece here says, Facundo Buonanotte is attracting interest from both Manchester City and Liverpool while impressing on loan at Leicester. Now, I haven't watched much of Leicester City this season. I know they had a late comeback win yesterday, went 2-0 down, won the game 3-2 late on against Southampton. But I'm sure that there are some people out there who've been watching this guy. I know nothing about him. I'm going to be entirely honest. I always just bring you guys the stories, and then if I need some help from you, I ask you for your thoughts. So, Buonanotte, what are we saying? Would you take him at Liverpool Football Club, or do you think this is the most far-fetched of far-fetched links? Love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. And just one little word before we finish up on what we need next week against Arsenal. We need the PGMOL to put their finest man in the centre of the park. We need them to put in somebody who's going to go there and referee what is going to be a very difficult game. Both sides are going to chance their arm. The fans are going to get on everyone's back, of course, as you would expect in a game of this magnitude. Arsenal without Saliba, Arsenal without Odegaard. But I have a bad taste in my mouth of games against London teams, particularly from last season. Spurs and Arsenal robbed in both of them, in my opinion. Again, Jeremy Doku, Manchester City, when we played them at home end of the season, referee bottled a big decision. So I want to see the referee show consistency, which is what I feel we didn't see this weekend. Arsenal fans will probably be feeling just as nervy about the referee appointment for the game, and who can blame them? They've seen Saliba get sent off, and then today they've seen the Chelsea defender not get sent off. So again, what we're asking for here is consistency. And I want to know who you think should be in charge of the game. For myself, Jared Gillett, I would be quite happy if he was put in charge. But don't be giving me Michael Oliver. Don't be giving me Anthony Taylor. Do the right thing, Howard Webb. Put somebody in the middle of the park that's going to actually have the backbone to stand up and referee the game properly. If we lose to Arsenal or beat Arsenal because of our performances on the pitch, brilliant. But none of us want to continuously be talking about referees. It's just tiring. So, my friends, that is it from me for today. I will be back tomorrow. Preview out in the morning. David Lynch video tomorrow evening. And, of course, the late night agenda tomorrow night. But for now, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Revel in the fact that the Reds are deservedly top of the league. But do keep an eye on that injury record for us, because as Arne said, I hadn't think he sled yet. The snow hasn't come in. But as Arne said, it is going to be difficult. We are going to pick up knocks. We've got to manage them as best as we can. And again, if you want to let me know your thoughts ahead of the Leipzig game, maybe throw a starting 11 prediction into the chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. And did I mention we were top of the league? Because we're top of the league.